Hi everyone, welcome back to PARQUET, episode 18. So, Kanato just defeated the mastermind behind the hacking the Kia line and BMI incident. So that person turned out to be the longtime customer for Einsatz, the place where Tsubasa works at. And her name is Hashihime. So the reason she did so was because she has no trust of people. So even though they're all happy, friendly, and outgoing on the outside, on the inside, they're sinister, cruel, and deceptive. So Hashihime made the illegal underground website to expose everyone's true inner thoughts. So the Babe of the Day incident just came as a byproduct. So people selling the best beautiful images for money. So Kanato was able to defeat Hashihime by also hacking into the Kia line and BMI and control her strong right robotic arm, and he commanded it to punch herself. So now that Hashihime is down, I wonder what's next. So thankfully Tsubasa came to the rescue. Okay, so take the memories before Aku-san and Rokumi-san get here. Okay, so also Hashihime has been gatekeeping Tsubasa's memories because she wants to see Tsubasa suffer. And that's where Kanato pointed out that, hey, you are being a hypocrite. So you too have a sinister, deceptive inside. Okay, so there's a good chance everything here will be confiscated. So, Kido-san? She slowly shakes her head, a shade of worry on her face. Well, I'm okay. Yes, I did. So, we'll be okay. Well, I'll just deal with law enforcement. And that said, it doesn't mean she has to get her memories back this instant. So she just needs to find them and pick them out. At least that way, they won't be used for nefarious means anymore. And as the haze in my mind clears, I hear footsteps. Okay, so law enforcement is here. Wow, so this looks pretty bad, so it's a mess. Okay, so let's see. Where should I begin? Okay, so that's a start. So she's the one who sent the two guys in the back alley to the hospital. So it was her who beat up those guys.
っておい、血まみれじゃないか。
Wait. So, you also be careful, so you are in blood too.
伊吹君もやられたのか。
Yes, she did.
本当に何があった？
Well, I really don't know. I can't explain what happened in detail. But I'm sure Kanto can give enough information to have law enforcement press charges on Hashihime. So Aku-san squints at me dubiously. He probably wondering why I'm the only one who she dragged all the way here. Okay.
わかった。ひとまずそれはいい。
Okay, that's good.
拘束しよう。署に連絡を。あと病院の2人に確認を取れ。
Okay, so we'll just first detain her.
わかりました。
And watching the two of them take over the situation quickly makes a wave of fatigue wash over me. Okay, so I'm done here. I feel like I can let my guard down and my consciousness fades. Okay, so now that law enforcement knows what happened, I can finally relax. Until I'm completely out of the count again.
PARQUET.
Okay, so what's next? When I come to, the first thing I see is the gray ceiling. Well, I'm not in the warehouse. And the ceiling here is a lot closer. And this place smells... Wait, so a slightly sweet, calming scent. Wait, so this is Iraki-san's scent.
キモいこと言うな。
So what an interesting comment. And when I open my bleary eyes, I find Iraki here. Oh, so this is her room, and I'm on the second floor of the warehouse. And I quickly realize I'm sleeping in her bed. So why am I here? Am I asleep?
夢じゃない。現実。
She pinches my cheek as she says that. Oh, ouch. So it hurts. Oh, so that's where Hashihime-san hit me. And a jolt of cold pain sends shivers up and down my spine.
一応冷やしてるんだけど、これ以上はもう意味がないかも。
So you seem okay now. So how long did I sleep? And what day is it today?
今日は1月7日。いや、もう日付が変わって8日か。
Okay, so it's just past midnight.
1日半くらい寝てたことになる。
Oh, so Kanto has been asleep for more than a day. And that takes me by surprise. I can't believe I slept for so long. And was it the beating or the huge amount of duress I was under?
気分の方はどう？
So, how are you feeling? Kind of feverish, and my mouth hurts, and it's hard to talk.
口の中は傷だらけだけど、骨はどこも折れてない。
So at least your bones are okay.
腫れもいずれ引くだろうって。
So it'll heal and the swelling will go away.
他に何か違和感とかある？耳鳴りとか、物が二重に見えるとか。私が今指を何本立ててるか見える。
So is your vision okay? So ask again when you take the hand out of your pocket.
視力も意識も異常なしと。
Okay, so your head is working okay.
よかった。
Her tone is cold and curt as usual, but I can tell she's truly relieved. I also notice her shoulders drooping from relief. So, why am I sleeping in your bed? And where is my sleeping bag?
意識のない相手を寝袋に入れるのかなり大変だし。
That's true. So, it kind of makes it look like Kanato is dead. Makes sense.
それに冷たい床に転がすわけにもいかないでしょ。怪我人なんだから。
Okay. I know, thanks.
別にお礼を言われるほどのことでもない。でも何があったの？
So, what happened? Well... So, did Kido-san tell you?
トラブルがあって伊吹くんが怪我をしたってだけ。
So, Tsubasa gave pretty broad notes to Rino.
詳しい話は後日にって言ってた。
Okay. Alright. And what happened with Kido-san's memories in the end? I'm sure she took them from Hashihime-san's workshop. So, how are you doing, by the way?
なんで
Wait.
私
Me?
私は別に痛いところもないし。
Well, I'm the
変
same.
わらないけど。
So, nothing much from here. Okay, that's good.
何？もしかして翼さん何かおかしなことでもしたの？
No, so she didn't. I'm just glad you are fine.
いや、その反応余計に気になるんだけど。まあ、いっか。
Oh well.
それよりさっきの質問の答えは？
Okay, so I want to hear what happened, so don't dodge. Can we talk about it later?
伊吹くんも？
Wait, you too? Just wait a little. I need some time to explain properly. So, basically, long story. Please? And she eyes me with suspicion. But it lasts for only a moment.
わかった。
Okay, I'll wait. She sighs and nods at me.
その様子だと何か理由があるってことだろうし。
So I'm sure it's something big, and that's why you got beaten up pretty badly.
二人の言う後日を信じることにする。
Okay, so I'll wait for you two to tell me. So, both Tsubasa and Kanato. Thanks. And sorry about this,
別に謝られることじゃないし。
but at least keep me in the loop. So sorry for hogging your bed too.
まあそっち？それも別に。怪我人を放り出して悠々と過ごせる精神は私にはない。
You are really kind.
こんなの普通だし。私で遊ぼうとするな。
So don't tease me. Well, I wasn't trying to. And she'll just get angrier if I keep talking.
まあそんなことが言えるようなら本当に心配はなさそう。
Okay, so I'll say that you are fine.
もう少し寝たらベッドのことは気にしないでいいから。
And the whole conversation woke me right up. I don't think I'll be able to sleep for a while. So I just raise myself and sit on the bed, and then I check my body. So the searing pain in my face and mouth remain as a reminder of the beating I received. But besides that, I'm pretty much unharmed, so it wasn't that bad. I can move freely now, and none of my limbs feel abnormal. Okay, so I don't feel too bad, and must be all asleep. I put my feet on the floor and try to get up. But... okay, you're still hurt and injured, so don't move. So stay in bed. Iraki-san gently presses a finger to my forehead and pushes me back down. Okay, so get back in bed. So that's an order. She looks down at me from above. But I feel no fear like last time someone looked down at me. I find it cute, in fact, so I decide to raise both arms in a gesture of surrender. Okay, I'll listen to you. Alright, there you go. I'll stay in bed today. Okay, do so. Well, actually, I might be a little hungry. No wonder given how long I slept. Yeah, well, I should probably get something in my stomach. So let me check. So all I have are spicy instant meals. Okay, so why are they all the spicy stuff? Well, I don't want my mouth to die. Okay, so just kidding. Okay, that makes more sense. Wait, so is it spicy? No, just kidding, so it won't be spicy. Yeah, so that should be fine. But, wait, so you're making it. Any complaints? No, well, I would be grateful. I just don't know how you would cook. Well, I can make some... okay, so simple stuff. Alright, thanks. So just wait. So after a short while, she comes back, and it didn't take that long, so she's probably used to cooking this. Okay, so here you go. She made some rice porridge with eggs. Thanks. And I reach out to take the bowl. But she stands on the edge of the bed with it. And then she says... so Rino will feed Kanato. Wait, what? So, anything wrong with the taste? No, so that's not my problem. My hands are okay, but I can't eat this by myself. I know. Okay, so hurry up and eat it before it gets cold. Thanks. Okay, so I put my hands together and open my mouth as instructed. And she gently moves the spoon full of porridge into my mouth. So it's not cold at all. It's actually just right. And also, oh wow, so this is great.
意外そうな反応にちょっと腹が立つ。
So that's not a good comment.
まあ、いいけどね。美味しいのなら。温度はどう？口の中の痛みとか。
So, does your mouth hurt? No, it feels fine. Well, it hurts, but the food probably isn't making it any worse. And this is delicious, thanks.
ならよかった。はい、もう一口。
Okay, so next bite. She gets another spoonful and puts it in front of my face.
喉を詰まらせないでよ。
So don't choke. I know, it'll probably be soft. She made it extra soft. And I'm grateful it does not need much chewing. So I kind of forgot, but what happened with work? So, don't you have a job at Kanato Flowers?
休んだ。もちろん、あやさんにも連絡してある。
Okay, so I call Aya-san.
こんな状態の伊吹くんを一人残していけないし。
And I'm sure she will understand.
行ったところで気になって仕事にならないだろうし。
Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
別に責めたいわけじゃない。そうじゃなくて。
So, you're not at fault for this.
むしろ、私の方こそ。ごめん。
Huh? Wait, so what do you mean?
伊吹くんが怪我をしたこと。翼さんがすごく申し訳なさそうにしてた。
Okay, so Tsubasa did share some information about Kanato to Rino, so he got hurt pretty badly and... Or like, it really hurts.
だから、今回のことって、翼さんに関係のあることなのかなって。
And I thought you got into an argument or such.
事情は聞いてないから、詳しいことは知らないけど。
Well, yes. It was something very important for Kito-san. And that's why it doesn't feel right for me to talk about it.
それって、あの夜に言ったことが関係してるんでしょう。私が翼さんのことお願いをしたから。だから、怪我をさせたのかなってこと。
Let's see. It is true that I made a bigger effort to reach out to her because of what Ibaraki-san said. And that's how I learned of her worries. And perhaps that's one of the reasons I was so eager to do something rash. But, well, no. So I didn't get hurt because of that. I deny categorically. I'm not just trying to put her mind at ease. Well, I'm sure this would have happened at some point either way. And whenever it did, I would have done the same. So I couldn't ignore it. I know I never would have done so. And whenever I was laced with Hashihime-san's real intentions, I would have acted the same way. So you don't need to feel, responsible. Well, actually, I want to thank you.
なんでそうなるの？
Huh? So why? And if she didn't tell me, I probably would not have tried to talk with Kito-san that morning. and I would have just sat by and watched despite being concerned. And if I did that, she would have never opened up to me about her worries. And if Hashihime-san then told her the truth, maybe she would have shown Hashihime-san what she wanted to see. And the only reason that didn't happen was because Iraki-san set me on the right path that night. So you helped me so much, more than you can imagine. And I'm really grateful.
いや、意味がわかんないし。
But still, thank you. You don't need to feel guilty.
と言われても。
Wait, so is that why you lent me your bed and cooked for me?
そういう気持ちが全くないって言うと嘘になる。
So that's different.
でも放置できないのも本当。見知らぬ仲ってわけでもなし。
Okay, so at this point, Rino acknowledges that, well, we're not strangers. So we're kind of like roommates or acquaintances. So I'm happy to hear that. I'm glad to know that I am not inconveniencing her.
というか、ルームシェアも悪くないと思ってるし。だから変な遠慮とかいらない。
Thanks.
っていうか、こっちこそありがとう。とにかくほら、早く食べて。
Okay, anyways, so just finish up the porridge. Alright. Okay, so thanks for the food. It was really good.
ならよかった。
And Rino is happy, so...
さて、じゃあ片付けるか。
Okay, so I better clean this up. Okay, you cooked, so at least let me wash the dishes. Well, I'm sure Rino will deny that.
はいはい、そういうのいいから。
There you go.
黙っておとなしくしてて。
So, just stay here and rest, so don't move. Fine. I guess I'll let her have her way tonight. And I lay in bed again, and suddenly I'm feeling drowsy. And was it the warm food, perhaps? And as my consciousness fades again,
おやすみ。
good night, I vaguely hear her voice. And does her good night sound less awkward than usual because I'm dreaming? Well, I'm already asleep before I can find the answer to the question.
パルケ。
Okay, so it's now the next morning. Let's see. Okay, I open my eyes. I can't tell it's daytime already from the sunlight pouring into the room. And oddly enough, I feel very refreshed. And I must have slept well. And I try sitting upright. Okay, so no more fevers. But my mouth hasn't healed yet, so it still feels a little uncomfortable. But I say I'm more good than bad at this point, so I feel a lot better than yesterday. And now I try staying up and walking away from the bed. Okay, good. So I'm not dizzy or anything. My legs and arms feel normal. Okay, so no after effects, I think. And I stretch my limbs to shake off some of that sluggish feeling. and it's easier than I expected. And it feels really nice to move again. So a good night's sleep always helps. I don't think I'll be sleepy for a good while. And I finish stretching and leave the room. So the first thing I notice is the scent of coffee waiting, also wafting on my nose as I open the door. And I imagine she's about to come back to the room. And true enough, I see Kiro-san going up the stairs with a cup of hot coffee in her hand. Good morning, Kiro-san.
おはよう、いぶきくん。
Good morning, Ibiki-kun. She returns my greeting. Kiro-san's taken aback for a second, but then the emotion surfaces on her face as she grasps the situation.
よかった。よかった。
So, you're safe, you're good. And she clings to the railing, almost breaking out in tears. Are you okay?
何言ってるんだ。それは僕のセリフだよ。
No, more importantly, are you okay?
全然起きてくれないから不安で。
I woke up last night, and actually, Ibaraki-san made me some porridge.
それは報告を受けてた。でも実際に自分の目で見ないと不安で。
But I had to confirm.
本当によかった。
I go down the stairs and take her hand to reassure her and to show her that this is not a dream, so I am okay. Our eyes lock and I say it again. Good morning.
おはよう。ごめん、恥ずかしいところを見せちゃったね。
Well, it's fine.
でもさすがにもう落ち着いたから。
Well, I'm okay now.
体の調子は？
Well, how about you? As fine as can be.
本当に？あんなに殴られていたのに。
Well, it was just 4 or 5 punches. But I'm sure those were strong punches.
4、5発はせいぜいとは言わない。
So that means you were not beaten up enough, right?
それに数日眠ってた原因には違いないだろ。
And the fact that you were out for 2 days. Well, I guess I did, sorry. And the prosthetic arm packed a punch for sure. But I'm fine, I promise. And the only part of me that's really messed up is my mouth. And you're the one who asked. So no need to look so torn about it. So what happened after that? And my memory's a bit hazy.
ああ、橋姫さんは捕まったよ。
Okay, that's a given. So, there were those men she roughed up in the alleyway, and if they managed to get testimony out of them, they would have definitely identified her. So, yes, it was she who punched us. And that's not her only crime. She could be jailed for illegal modifications of the artificial arm and using BMI to spy on people. But I assume the police won't make a big public deal out of this. Well, I'm sure either way, they're going to keep this a secret. or keep it confidential. And I am a little curious about how they'll deal with the whole thing. Well, surely I'll know eventually.
目を覚ましたらアクさんが話を聞きたいって言ってたよ。
Well, I'm sure they're trying to get more information so that they can present a good case to the judge. Alright. I don't suppose he suspects me of anything. Well, I'm sure he won't. He just needs witness testimony. I call him there, so of course he'll want to hear what I have to say.
でも別に焦る必要はない。連絡は落ち着いてからでも問題ないと思う。
So they got Hashihime-san already. So completing the case shouldn't be much trouble, hopefully. And there's something more important than that right now occupy my mind, however. So, okay, so what about your memories? Oh, yes. So, putting Hashihime-san aside, I can detect a bit of nervousness in her tone. But she seems to only be gathering the will to answer. And then she straightens her back, takes a light breath, and looks up at me again.
取り戻した。
So I got them back.
さすがにこれまで生きてきたこと全部ってわけにはいかないけど。
But, of course, there are still some gaps.
自分が何をしたのか、どうしてそんなことをしたのか、それは分かったよ。改めて言うほどのことはないんだ。
But for me, that's complete.
橋姫さんは嘘をついてなかった。すべてあの人が言った通りだった。
Oh.
そうなんだ。
So what are you supposed to say to someone at a time like this? I'm sure she must have done a lot of mental preparation before opening up to me about this.
橋姫さんが言った通り、僕の想像した通り、死ぬ直前になって僕は恐怖に負けて逃げ出した。自分の人格をリノ君の体に移植したんだ。
Okay. And what am I supposed to say when faced with that pain smile?
自分が最低であることはずっと想像してた。あの日の朝、伊吹くんと話して向き合う心構えもできてた。でもいざ事実を知ると、やっぱりいろいろ考えちゃうね。
So just to confirm, you haven't told Ibaraki-san about this, haven't you?
まだ言えてない。
So basically, I don't think it's time yet. And something she needs to hear from Kido-san's mouth. I can't understand the apprehension and fear she might be feeling, and I can't think of what to say to make it better.
でも逃げない。
Well, I'll face this.
橋姫さんに言ったことは紛れもない僕の本心だ。あの時逃げたから今僕はとてつもなく後悔をしてる。同じ後悔を繰り返したくない。だからもう逃げたくない。
And she clenches her fist atop her lap, and she exerts so much pressure that the color drains from them, and it seems to me like she's trying to squeeze all the fear welling inside of her. Still, I don't know what to say. So instead of talking, I do something. Okay, so I slowly put my hand over her tense fist, and in a small attempt to help the fear trapped in it slip through her fingers, her hands feel cold. And I doubt this is because of the temperature of the warehouse. I wrap my hand over her small fist. Okay, so I'll keep my promise. I'll see this through with you to the end.
そうだったね。
Yes. She smiles softly, and it's not the same sad smile from before. Rather, it seems to be an expression of bashfulness. So sorry that I keep repeating the same thing.
そんなことはないよ。
It's okay. And you even saved me from Hashihime-san. I'll drown debt if I don't start repaying you soon.
貸しとか借りとか気にしなくていい。
So don't worry.
伊吹くんが思ってるよりも僕は助けられてるんだ。
Like what? So all I did was take punches?
話を聞いてくれる。楽しい時間を一緒に過ごしてる。
No, actually, I enjoy having you as company, so you listened to what I had to say and spent time with me.
それってすごいことだよ。
Really? Well, I guess I have. And I feel incredibly silly after asking that. So for me, I enjoy every day too. And honestly, I don't think it was ever about repaying you. I just genuinely wanted to help you. I would have done the exact same thing again if I had to. And you're an important friend of mine.
友達。
Wait, friend? Wait, so was that a weird thing to say out of the blue?
いや、違うよ。厚かましいだなんてとんでもない。
No?
友達なんて単語、聞き慣れてないから、一瞬戸惑った。
So actually, you know what? I think this is the first time I've said that word too. And up until now, Yoshi-san was the closest person I've had in my life. That makes sense. And I wonder if Kanto is still in touch with Yoshi-san, or he has grown up and moved on. But I don't think our relationship is quite a friendship. So to me, Manaka Miyoshi feels like Kanto's mother or guardian. Whereas for Tsubasa, it's different. So you're a friend that I treasure dearly.
そっか。ありがとう、伊吹くん。
Okay, I think Tsubasa said some more things. Let's see.
バックログ画面。そっか。大切な友達か。
Okay. She thanks me and smiles, but it almost seems to me that she's crying under the smile at the same time.
なんか、なんだろう。今までずっと自分の中で引っかかってたものが腑に落ちた。そんな気がする。僕には友達がいなかった。学校にもろくに通えなかったからね。
Okay.
親も見舞いには来なくなった。多分弱ってく娘を見るのが辛かったんだと思う。病院の関係者は周りにいた。でもそれは患者に対してのものだ。木戸翼っていう人間を知ってる人はいなかったんだ。僕が死んだら淡々と事務手続きが行われる。それ以外の反応は特にない。 そんな光景が想像できたよ。簡単にね。
So pretty much, all that happened was that my old body died and they just filed a death certificate.
それが嫌だったんだ。
And that was pretty much the end of Tsubasa. Well, I can't say I can relate, but I can't imagine the anguish that must have made you feel.
ありがとう。十分だよ。それで。
But were you famous for your BMI research?
多少はね。でも、それも本当に一時だけ。
Okay, so I knew it was temporary and it won't last long.
入院して僕の研究が滞れば、その間に新たな技術が生まれる。そして、僕の名前は忘れられていく。
And that's true.
僕は別に大きなことを成し遂げたいわけじゃない。僕は誰かに覚えていてほしかったんだ。四六時中じゃなくていい。ふとした時に思い出して軽く笑ってくれる。それだけでいいんだ。そういう親しい人が欲しかったんだ。きっともっと早く生きてるうちにそれに気づけていたら、こんな騒動を起こすこともリノ君に迷惑をかけることもなかったかもしれない。
Okay. But then maybe Ibaraki-san would have not helped me and I would have died from the cold in some alley. And I would not have met you either. So basically, if Tsubasa wasn't in that situation, then history would have been different. So I am truly glad I met you. And you are an important friend of mine.
ありがとう、いぶきくん。君がそんな風に言ってくれるから、僕はもう逃げなくて済むよ。
She says, hanging her head, and she heaves a sigh of... Oh, so a small sigh, and then raises her head and looks into my eyes.
きちんとリノ君に伝える。それで、
Okay, so I'll disclose everything to Rino-kun.
今度こそ僕は消える。
And I'll just accept that I have to die and go away.
今度こそ木戸翼は消える。でも平気だ。いぶきくんが友達って言ってくれたから。リノくんだっている。だから僕はもう平気なんだ。
Wait, so please wait. All I thought of was getting her memories back. I never even thought of what would happen after that, now that Tsubasa knows everything. And maybe I just didn't want to think about it.
僕はもう死んでる。だからそれでいいんだ。
But you're going to,
最初に言ったろ？僕がリノ君の体で共存することは予想外なんだ。つまり今後何が起こるのかも予想できない。ずっとこのまま昼と夜で分かれている状態が続くかもしれない。何もしなくても僕が消えるかもしれない。でもその逆かもしれない。二人とも消えるかもしれないし、混ざり合っちゃうかもしれない。だから今のうちに僕が消える。それが正しいんだ。
she looks directly into my eyes, her gaze full of determination.
それが僕の本心だ。
Her hand still feels cold, but neither her gaze or voice answer or waver. And it reminds me of the courage she had when facing Hashihime-san,
その綺麗事が本心だと言えるように僕はなりたい。
She desperately enduring to stay true to her words.
暗くならないでよ。
Oh, come on, so don't look so sad.
確かに僕はあの時の選択を後悔してる。でも過ごさせてもらった日々は最高だった。
She smiles again to prove the validity of her words.
太陽の下を自由に歩き回った。アルバイトなんかもしてみた。美味しいものを自由に食べて飲んで、そして友達って言ってくれる人も。だから僕は幸せだよ。幸せすぎて死んじゃいそうなくらい。ってもう死んでるっつーの。やっぱり笑えないかな。
Well, not at all. And that might be the worst one you made, so it's gonna hurt if you do leave for good.
そう？そっか。それは残念だな。
And she gently nudges my hand away. And then she gets up from the sofa and looks at me.
ありがとう、いぶきくん。改めて頭と胸の中を整理することができたよ。
Kido-san.
リノくんにちゃんと話す。
Okay, so I'll talk to Rino-kun.
と言ってもいつも通り BMI での申し送りになるから、直接伝えられないのは卑怯な気もするけど、ちゃんと話す。
But I'll still tell her. She says, stretching out her back. And I'm speechless in the face of her courage. And my mind kind of turns into a blur, and I can't really remember what we spoke of afterwards. And I just keep wondering what I should even say. But in the end, I could not find an answer. Thoughts swamped my mind one after another like a revolving door. Until the sun sunk into the horizon.
パルケ。
Okay, so going to Reno. I wake up in my bed like usual. And I feel fine. I brace for the usual heavy feeling in my stomach, so once again, Tsubasa eating too much. But it doesn't come. I feel perfect. Wait, so did she have something light for lunch today? That's strange. And the hamburger from before really did a number on my stomach. And when I complained about it, she apologized the next day. And all mopey and sad like a scolded puppy. Remembering that brings a smile to my face. Which reminds me, so I better watch today's video. And I wonder what she'll say today.
おはよう、リノくん。
Okay, so unfortunately, I think this is enough for this episode, and I'll leave the video of Tsubasa for Rino in the next episode. So, it looks like Tsubasa has accepted the fact that, well, I'm already dead, so that's what happened to my old body, and I have to accept that I have to move on with life. So, it's not right that I am stealing Rino's body just so that I can live. And even though Rino offered herself because she needs money and also doesn't care about her own life, it's not right to do so. So, thanks to Kanato, Rino now sees more value in her life, and I'm sure Rino would want her body back. So I wonder if Kanato has some way to ensure that both of them are happy and that Tsubasa won't have to die for good. And it kind of looks like Tsubasa wants to stay longer. It's like, well, I'm happy that I have met many people and I have a true friend that I can talk to, which is Kanato. So anyways, with that in mind, I'll see you in the next episode.